Black people don't embrace the anti-woke movement. It's deliberately designed to stifle and to impede the Black awakening that's now happening amongst our people. The African slaves of the 21st century are those who don't critically think, therefore never notices their mental change. Our core problem is that most Black people are totally unaware of the war that's being systematically waged against our collective minds unrelentingly by white oppressive forces. Presently, white government agents that specializes in psychiatry and propaganda works unrelentingly behind the scenes, perpetually manipulating the collective minds of the Black masses. People's thoughts and behaviors align with what they've been made to believe. These men therefore keeps Black people believing things that keeps our thoughts and behaviors in ways benefiting the system of white supremacy. Their core mission is to feed so much disinformation into the Black community until virtually everything believed by the Black population are lies that keeps us misinformed, confused, and divided, thus hindering our ability to unify and liberate ourselves from white oppression. Those who think that our minds are being controlled by the silly Willie Lynch myth are in fact ignorant of our true reality. These noted white men are the ones that keeps us thinking in ways that are against our own interests and instead in ways that serve the system of white supremacy. This is our true reality that they don't want you to talk about. With the invention of the internet, thanks to Black men, a Black man who's regarded as the father of the internet, another Black man who invented the computer programming code that we call .com, which allows us to all have access to the internet, and another Black man that invented the cell phone, which allows millions of us to walk around daily with access to the internet, and through the millions of Black conscious people, content creators that are constantly posting Black liberating information. As a result of this, there has been a collective rising of Black consciousness. As a result of these noted factors, the woke ideology begun to spread throughout the Black world. And millions of Black people are now finally waking up from our generational psychosis from reality deliberately created by slavery, colonialism, miseducation, and by the white society's ongoing monopoly over information that we receive. White oppressive forces determined that the momentum of the Black woke movement had to be stifled and weakened. To impede and convolute this long-awaited Black awakening, white social engineering scientists and white propagandists created this anti-woke ideology. They achieved this by co-opting the word woke and deliberately attaching it to movements that are unpopular within the Black communities. Before the word was co-opted by the white oppressive forces, woke was a word used within the Black community during our social justice campaigns to refer to an awareness of the inequalities, with many urging others to stay woke. White oppressive forces co-opted the word woke and attached it onto many movements that are unpopular within the Black communities, such as, for example, the transgender movement. Because of this fact, it's now not uncommon to hear many Black people saying, man, I don't want to hear that nonsense about woke. Get out of here with that woke shit. It's not uncommon to hear this nowadays. We're always hearing this now. These Black people don't realize that your minds have been subliminally programmed to think against their own interests. Because once the word woke is negatively perceived by the Black community, it subliminally undermines the woke movement regarding our own Black liberation. People can be easily manipulated to think and behave in ways that are against their own interests when they're unaware of what's being done to them. This described manipulation process is called subliminal programming. Subliminal programming are messages that are designed to bypass the conscious mind, but becomes embedded into the subconscious mind. thus brainwashing the targeted population in ways that are against their own interests without them even knowing it. Millions of black people are being systematically manipulated to think and behave in ways that are against our own interests and instead in ways that serve the system of white supremacy. Therefore, many of us now unknowingly participates in our own demise. And the programming is being reinforced daily and unrelentingly. Our core problem is that most of us can't see that our minds are being systematically manipulated to think in ways that serves and protects the system of white supremacy. Because we've been socialized to put more value and emphasis on being holy rather than being critical thinkers, we are therefore easy victims of those who have studied how to hijack the group minds of targeted populations through their monopoly over the information that a targeted population receives. The anti-woke movement is designed to subliminally attack the Black awakening that's now happening. The African slaves of the 21st century are those who do not critically think, therefore never notices their mental chains. It is time to wake up to our reality. Wake up.